but he has brought the name at the international level. Architect Ashish Lahoti, he is working in Japan. Mr. Deshpande, who is working in Canada. Nachiket Garge, he is project management. He has brought good name at Dubai. Arjun Mande, he is at USA. Abhay Bhosle and Kiran Kale, they are extremely doing well at Bombay. Then Dheeraj Akulkar, he is doing work in film industry. Nilay Deshmukh, he is working in USA. So some of the architects, they are extremely doing well, not only in India, but abroad also. Another thing that ours being the old college, many of our students, they are working as lecturers, professors and principals in various colleges in Maharashtra and outside also. Then about this college, even about our faculty is also quite good. Our results are quite good, and of course there are many things to do, but I think as far as architecture is concerned, even the parents and the students must be happy with us. Of course, Honorable President, if he gives any suggestions, there is a scope for improvement, and we'll do that also. Then in another college we started was Commerce College at Deccan Gymkhana. This college is known as MMCC. This is also A graded by NAC, and Savitribai Phule University has given best college. We are preferred at number 2 during a period of 15 years, having the position of number 2. I think it's a creditable one. Another campus, we are also having interior design and decoration. Almost all our interior designers are working, have worked in Pune and in Maharashtra in very, very big projects also. Another campus we are having in Karvenagar. There we have established one MMCOE, that is Engineering College. That Engineering College is accredited by NAC with A++. So very few colleges are accredited with A++. That college is also recognized by Savitribai Phule Pune University as the best college award. There we are, very recently we have done CIII Center, that is Center for Invention, Incubation and Innovation. So why for this? There is a gap between theory and practice. We are trying to bridge the gap between the two. So many industrialists, particularly from Tata Technology, they come, they train the teachers, and when they go to the ground reality, there will not be any problem. So from the first day only, they become the usable candidates. Then third campus we are having at Lohegaon. There also we are having one architecture college and engineering college also. That engineering college is accredited by with A grade also. Though the college is new at Lohegaon, sir, we are trying our best to sustain ourselves because of some intake problems are there in many colleges, particularly in Maharashtra. There also we are also facing the problem, but the management has decided to try and to see that it will also be a good college. Then the fourth campus is at our Kalewadi, Pimpri Chinchwadi area. There we are having one school, that is 1st to 12th standard. The schools, in that school, but many of the students from slum area, from very economically poor labor class come to the result is 100%. That school is also recognized by PCMC as the best model school. And the fee is 2 rupees, 5 rupees, just because our motto is Ethi Bahutanche Hit, the welfare of the masses, and we try to go accordingly. There we are having Polytechnic also, that is also extremely doing well. What we do is, if the student, girl or boy, passes 10th standard with 75% marks, we give free admission to the Polytechnic. Our motto is to help them to come up in the life so that all the social issues are resolved. We are having there Pharmacy College, D Pharmacy and B Pharmacy. Very recently, the Pharmacy College is also accredited by NAC with A+ grade. And even at the national level, NRF ranking, it is amongst the 100 ones. So we are having one Institute of Business Management at Lohegaon also, that is also accredited by NAC with A+ good. So whatever the colleges we are doing, so they are having quality, and instead of going to the quantity, we try to be to get more and more on qualitative aspect. I think the parents and the students must be happy with all these activities. Of course, always there is always a scope for improvement. So if the parents, the students, whenever they give feedback, we try accordingly. Once again, I welcome Honorable Purai sir, because as a president, he has given 2 days time. So we are happy, and I do not wish to be in between him and audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. It is with great pleasure and pride that I stand before you today to introduce an outstanding collection of publications created by students of Marathwada Mitra Mandal College of Architecture. These publications are born out of the settlement studies conducted by our students in the academic year 2022-23, offer an immersive exploration of architectural marvels and cultural heritage of 3 magnificent cities in Maharashtra. To begin with, second year publication, Satara, City with Rich Heritage. This publication serves as a vital conduit to reclaiming the forgotten chapters of Satara's rich history, often eclipsed by the rapid pace of modern development. Our second year students have meticulously documented the remnants of the historical tapestry, the temples, forts, and vadas that stood the test of time. The profound understanding of the city's spatial transformation, both built and unbuilt, and its infrastructural development unveils the intrinsic connection between the contemporary architecture and its ancient counterpart. Through their remarkable curation, they invite you to embark on a journey of discovery, immersing yourself in the amalgamation of art, heritage, and societal progress. Moving forward to third year publication, Nashik, Culture Along the Banks of the River Godavari. Nashik is blessed with ethereal presence of the river Godavari and has flourished as cultural and social hub, nurturing a unique tapestry of traditions and values. Through extensive research and documentations, our students have revealed the city's temple architecture, with each building being more intricate than the last and adorning the skylines with a sacred grandeur. Furthermore, the publication illuminates the city's characteristics, streetscapes, and intricate patterns of the settlement along the left of the bank of River Godavari, and the spiritual aura of adorned ghats and dharmashalas. This publication by the third year students becomes a gateway to unrevealing Nashik's architectural vocabulary, intertwining the essence of culture, climate, and settlement. Lastly, we delve into the town of Vai, nestled in the city of Maharashtra. Vai, known for its strategic location connecting Satara, Menavli, and picturesque destinations of Panchgani, Mahabaleshwar, unfolds its narrative through the tireless efforts of our students. With deep reverence, the town's origin is a weaving center. They unravel the captivating tale of Vai, home to astonishing 247 temples. Vai's remarkable settlement, marked by its expansion and development, unfolds before us, revealing the evolution of its built and unbuilt environment. Our students have captured this distinctive morphology, building methods, and materiality that supports the town's expansion with careful attention to the details. I applaud the relentless dedication and unyielding passion of our students who have toiled tirelessly to create these remarkable publications. Their works stands as a testament to the power of experiential learning and profound interdependence between architecture, culture, and history. I invite you all to celebrate their achievements today as we eagerly anticipate to release many more enlightening publications in this year to come. I would like to take this opportunity to thank our principal, Dr. Ujjwala Parsure ma'am, Architect Preeti Zogrekar ma'am, Architect Tanay Ambavne sir, Architect Shanak Naik sir, and other faculty members for supporting me throughout the process. I would like to invite on stage the student representatives for the launch of settlement study publication. Shreya Tamankar, Benson Matthews, and Chetan Desai, kindly come up on stage. I request the students to be kindly seated in the audience. The true measure of an institution's value is in the achievements of its alumni body. The distinguished lineup of successful and sensitive dynamic architects that we have as a part of this event is indeed a matter of great pride for us at MMCOA. Let's begin with the alumni felicitation. I would like to start with Vikas Asalkar sir. Architect Vikas Asalkar sir is a co-founder and principal at A&T Consultants. He has been elected as the chairman for IIA Pune chapter 2023 to 2025. As an architect, he has worked on approximately 2,000 projects within the limits of Pune Municipal Corporation, PCMC, and PMRDA. His quest for excellence has helped him to be a part of award-winning and published projects of repute in professional career of spanning over 3 decades. He is our alumnus of batch 1994. I request Architect Vikas Asalkar sir to kindly come up on stage. I request Professor Architect Abhay Purohit sir to kindly felicitate him. Thank you, sir. The next alumnus is Architect Mahesh Nampurkar, sir. Architect Mahesh Nampurkar, sir, is a partner at Suman Shilp. He has been in the field of architecture, interior, and landscape designing for past 25 years. He has been bestowed upon Ambience Award by Indian Express. He has been recognized with 5 Artists in Concrete Awards Asia for his contribution to space planning and aesthetics, and ESSA Award for his work in the field of landscape. He has been instrumental in designing Asia's biggest Japanese garden in Pune, Okayama Friendship Garden. He is our alumnus of batch 1993. I request Sachin Vaman sir to accept the award on his behalf. I request Sachin sir to kindly come up on stage, and I request Professor Abhay Purohit sir to felicitate him. The next alumna we have is Architect Shweta Patil. Architect Shweta Patil ma'am is the Deputy Metropolitan Planner in Planning Division of Pune Metropolitan Development Authority, PMRDA. She has experience of 9 years in government service, town planning and valuation department. She is our alumna of batch 2007. I request Architect Shweta Patil ma'am to kindly come up on stage, and I request Abhay Purohit sir to kindly felicitate her. Thank you, ma'am. Next is architect Kshitish Agarwal. Architect Kshitish Agarwal, sir, is the principal architect at Sankalp Designers. Over the last 21 years, the firm has worked on various township, urban planning, corporate and commercial projects. He has also worked with various multinationals like Godrej Properties, Mahindra Lifespace, Panchasheel Realty and government organizations like Mahametro, CPWD and other private developers. Sankalp Designers have also international collaboration with various design firms. He has received various awards and accolades as he has been winner of ESSA Award for group housing for 4 times. He is our alumnus of batch 2000. I request Kshitish Agarwal sir to kindly come up on stage, and I request architect Abhay Purohit sir to kindly felicitate him. Thank you, sir. We have gathered here today for the graduation ceremony for the batch 21-22 and to acknowledge the students of our institute who are the star performers. I request the students to kindly come upon the stage as I announce their names. Architect Sarvesh Badaria, Architect Sanyukta Kulkarni, Sanyukta Kulkarni, Architect Salim Mulani, Architect Rugbedi Sakhre, and Architect Rishikesh Lange. A big round of applause. Thank you everyone, and a huge congratulations to all of you. Moving forward to the next award, the IIA Award. The objective of the IIA National Award for Excellence in Architecture is to encourage, acknowledge, appreciate and honor the creative contribution of the IIA members in the field of architecture. It is to recognize the best outgoing student of the year from each architectural institute affiliated to IIA. It's a proud moment for all of us as a student architect Sarvesh Badaria received this award today. I request architect Sarvesh Badaria to kindly come upon stage, and I request Professor Architect Abhay Purohit sir to kindly felicitate him. I request Vikas Asalkar sir to kindly come upon stage. Another feather added to the MMCOA crown. The National Association of Students of Architecture, NASA India, is the largest architectural student body in the world with over 300 colleges participating across India. Every year, our students participate in NASA, which has various trophies like HUDCO, LIK, GSEN, etc. Our college has been taking active participation in NASA for several years. This year, our college had commendable performance at NASA and has received a special mention for HUDCO trophy. I request Heman Goel, our college HUDCO trophy head, to kindly come up on stage, and I request Professor Architect Abhay Purohit sir to kindly felicitate Heman. I request Benson Matthews, our NASA Unit Secretary, to kindly come up on stage, and I request Professor Abhay Purohit sir to kindly felicitate Benson. Our college had participated in Solar Decathlon India competition this year. It takes an immense pleasure to announce that our college reached the finals this year. Solar Decathlon gave an insight to our students. Our students learned how to design net zero buildings and contribute to a sustainable future. Thank you to Solar Decathlon platform and the tools that they provided. By creating unique, workable solutions for actual buildings, they gained practical experience and learned how to make their solutions market ready. 154 teams had competed this year in a variety of categories, including commercial, community resilience, and multifamily housing. Our college participated in single-family housing competition this year and made it to the finals. Our film made it to the top 6 of the competitors. I request all the participants to kindly follow the sequence and come up on stage. And I request Professor Architect Abhay Purohit sir to felicitate the students. Chinmay Soman. Shreya Tamhankar. Chirag Mutha. Anish Kabra. Arya Inder Pawar. Gauri Shivari Deshmukh. Samiksha Shinde. And the team lead, Dev Dadhania. join. I request the team to join. I request, thank you students, I request you all to be seated in the audience. I request architect Samvedna Zadav to proceed with the program. BZ Zadav sir wants to add.
You will be surprised why I am coming next time on the dais. We felicitate alumni. We felicitate our present students. Now it is the turn of the teachers who have saved them. So I am taking an opportunity to express our feelings to some of the teachers who are responsible for giving awards to the students. The first is Jyoti Tholia, Associate Professor, MMCOA. This is she is invited as an expert to participate in one-day workshop that addresses the future of water, food and energy security in Pune region by Fuse Research Team, Stanford University, California. It's a prideful moment. Very recently, she is awarded PhD also. She has published 2 research papers in international journals also. So we have felicitated her. Congrats, madam. Please keep it up. I request Puri sir to give me 1 minute so that I can read and we can award them. Another is Asmita Patwardhan, alumni and faculty of MMCOA. Asmita Patwardhan book titled Hell Flowers was published at the World Book Fair 2023 at Pragati Maidan, Delhi. The book is published by Highbrow Scribe Publications, New Delhi. The book is a compilation of poems based on mental health issues, privileged society. Its objective is to start conversation and encourage people to seek professional help when needed. So it's a good event. We congratulate her. Madhura Rasne, Assistant Professor, MMCOA, who is now, I think, comparing. She was the first faculty led for Solar Decathlon India, and our college team reached the finals and got shortlisted in top 6 finalists. Her post-graduation thesis research is going to be published in COA award book. We congratulate her. Next one is Samavedana Jadhav, Assistant Professor, MMIED, Lohegaon. So mentor for US Department of Energy's Solar Decathlon for the past 2 years, Technical Resource Group member for Solar Decathlon India for the last 3 years, reviewer for the past year for Solar Decathlon India. It's a prideful achievement. Congrats. And the last one is Captain Dr. Ujjwala Palsule, MMCOA. She is invited at Oxford University Center for Southeast Asia Studies as a speaker for the 2 days lecture series in the month of August 2023. She is also invited at Department of Arts and Cultural Studies, University of Copenhagen in the month of November 2023. She has published the book by Capital Publication on Cambodia, Inside, Outside, Scopes. Index book is accepted as a reference book at National Museum of Cambodia and New Delhi also. She is also invited as a speaker at the 36th Foundation on the Day of IGNA, Ministry of Cultural, Delhi. She is also a speaker at national and international forums like Indian Center for Cultural Studies, International Center for Cultural Relations, and represented Government of India also. She is also speaker for international webinar by International Center for Monuments and Cities named Connectis Deans Festivals of India and Cambodia. Sir, she does all this national international work by carrying the college at proper time also. So we all of us congratulate her for this work and achievement.
Thank you so much, sir. That was indeed a really nice surprise for all of us. So you may please be seated. Okay. A very good morning to everyone. I'm Architect Samvedna Jadhav, Assistant Professor from MMIED's College of Architecture, and I shall be your host for the rest of the event. Marathwada Mitra Mandal's Institute of Environmental and Design's College of Architecture is a fairly new establishment affiliated with Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University located in Lohegaon, Maharashtra. Our first batch is the reason that we have all gathered here today. They successfully completed their 5 years of architectural education during the academic year 2021-22. This batch has seen all the firsts of this institute, explored everything for the first time, and their journey has been very, very memorable. When the discussions about bidding farewell to this batch started, the idea of encapsulating their journey and hard work led to the birth of our very first magazine, Arch Memoirs. Architectural memories that showcase the 6 glorious years of the Institute. I would like to take this moment to share a small snippet with you all. Overwhelming mental congestion for perfection. Socially influenced blueprints of future attraction. Constructive criticism given by colleagues. The labor of family and friends for reassurance. A solid foundation of first impressions. Structured walls of growth and development. Insulation of natural feelings and experiences. Ventilation to cool down the heated encounters, a roof of trust and a picket fence. And now, my love, I'm simply yours. This is inspired by a beautiful poem written by Anthony Terragna titled Architectural Relationships, which highlight what our Arch Memoir is all about. Without further ado, I request the magazine committee to please join us on the stage. Shubhangi ma'am, Himrata ma'am, Architect Sneha Shahpurkar, Architect Samruddhi Arte, student team members Ashlisha Dhuman and Shreyas Gaikwad. May I now request our chief guest, Professor Abhay Purohit sir, to please inaugurate the magazine. Can we have a huge round of applause from the audience, please? Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. You may all please be seated. Okay, moving towards the main convocation ceremony, we shall be taking a quick 5-minute pause to get prepared for the academic procession. I request all the dignitaries to please join us backstage for the robe change. And students, please join us out front. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back.
नाही पडत खालून अडकले नाही पडत ऐका ना तुम्ही हो हे करताय काढ रे फोटो काढू शकतो का जा पटकन थांब सर आलेत मला निघाला
I request everyone to please settle down, and thank you for all the patience. The ceremony would be starting very shortly. We would appreciate if you could kindly switch off your mobile phones, and we have an official photographer capturing the moment, so everybody is requested not to crowd the aisle. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, may I request you to please rise as the dignitaries have arrived. Leading the procession is our chief guest, Professor Abhay Purohit sir, with our management representatives, followed by the faculty of MMIED. And finally, the first batch of Marathwada Mitra Mandal Institute of Environmental and Design's College of Architecture. This is a very impressive procession. Can we have louder applause, please? Applause going till the last student sits down. Thank you everyone, please settle down. Convocation Day is always a day of rejoicing, for it marks the conclusion of an educational journey and the commencement of another one, more uncertain, more difficult, of any person's quest for a better life and future. Truly, today signifies the culmination of many years of hard work in the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Knowledge that will enable you all to embrace opportunities and take on challenges with clear vision and purpose. Anything is possible when you believe in yourself. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the first convocation ceremony of MMIED COA. Can we have a round of applause, please? Thank you. Here at MMIED COA, we follow our Mandal's mission to impart quality education for professional excellence and sustainable development through continual improvement and teamwork. The solo objective is Yete Bahutanche Hit, that is welfare of masses. The Debatu University is committed to provide quality technical education, research and development services to meet the needs of industry, business, service sector and society at large. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now request our chief guest, Professor Architect Abhay Purohit sir, to please declare this first convocation ceremony as open.
The convocation ceremony is open.
Thank you so much, sir. May I now request our principal, Dr. Shubhangi Shiroy ma'am, to please address the audience.
A very good morning to each one of you. On behalf of Marathwada Mitra Mandal's Institute of Environmental and Design's College of Architecture, MMIED's COA, it's an absolute honor and privilege to stand before you today to extend a warm welcome to our esteemed guest of honor, Architect Abhay Purohit sir, President, Council of Architecture. Architect Abhay Purohit sir's presence here today affirms that we are a part of a larger architectural fraternity, one that is interconnected, supportive, and dedicated to nurturing talent and pushing the boundaries of architectural innovation. Thank you, sir, for considering our invitation, and we certainly have the pleasure of hosting you. We are also privileged to have our distinguished Marathwada Mitra Mandal's management members. Their unwavering dedication to the institution and commitment to fostering an environment of academic excellence has been instrumental in shaping the future of countless individuals. I extend a warm welcome to our esteemed management members, President Honorable Shri S.D. Gange sir, Executive President Honorable Shri B.G. Zadhav sir. I also extend a warm welcome to the esteemed respected faculty members, guests, parents, and the members of our first alumni batch 2022. Welcome to this remarkable occasion, the convocation ceremony of our very first alumni batch. To our alumni batch 2022, as members of our alumni community, it is with great pleasure that each one of you have graduated with exceptional academic excellence, as 14 from the batch have secured a first class with distinction, and the remaining have obtained a first class. I extend my warmest congratulations. You have proven yourselves to be the epitome of dedication, hard work, and intellectual prowess. As you stand on the precipice of new beginnings, armed with the knowledge, skills, and experiences gained during your time at MMIED COA, I want to express my utmost admiration and confidence in your potential. As you transition from being students to becoming alumni, remember that your relationship with this institution and its community is not ending, but evolving. You are now part of a larger network, a network of talented individuals who have passed through the lecture rooms, studios, workshops, and labs, imbibing knowledge, values, and a spirit of lifelong learning. Embrace this network, for it is a resource that can help you navigate the intricacies of the professional world, forge new connections, and provide support in times of need. I urge you to continue your pursuit of knowledge and personal growth. Embrace the spirit of curiosity, integrity, and compassion that has guided you this far. Use your knowledge and skills not just for personal gain, but for the betterment of society. May your future be filled with boundless opportunities, remarkable achievements, fulfillment, happiness, and above all, may you continue to shine. May this gathering be a catalyst for meaningful collaborations, insightful discussions, and a shared commitment to pushing the boundaries of architectural excellence. Wishing you all continued success and fulfillment in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. We shall now proceed towards a degree handout. I request Professor Abhay Purohit sir to please give the degrees and the dignitaries to please join him in front of the stage. Our first rank holder, Vaishnavi Vadne. Second rank holder, Darshan Bharde. Can we have the applause going, please? Third rank holder, Abhishek Chaudhary. Dhanraj Salvi. Pranav Pandey. Bhargavi Deshmukh. Riddhi Vaingade. Sanket Chaskar. Rutik Bandare. Jagruti Palkamre. Rucha Chaudiya. The next in line is Chaitanya Fartare, but he has not joined us here today as he is pursuing his masters abroad. Next, Satyajit Patil. Vaishnavi Kelzarkar. Krishna Patil. सिद्धेश पावस्कर, आकाश काळे, किशोर जाधव, किरण कावरे, मयूर गोटे, can we have the applause going please at receiving their final degrees? क्षितिज रोकड़े, next in line is Sakshi Kulkarni, but she's also pursuing her masters abroad. Rohan Magar, दीप्ति ठाकरे, आरती गाडेकर, ऐश्वर्या शिंदे, आयुष पाटिल, अक्षय कुड़क्याल, श्रीकांत बुरगुटे, मोनिका तिकार, सलमान अहमद, अतुल महाजन, श्रेया पोफरे, finally मानसी चौधरी, dignitaries, you may all please be seated. Congratulations, students. Now I shall call upon our valedictorian, Bhargavi Deshmukh, the chosen student for this prestigious valedictory speech.
राह देखी थी इस दिन की कब से, आगे के सपने सजा रखे थे न जाने कब से, बड़े उतावले थे यहाँ से जाने को, जिंदगी का अगला पड़ाव पाने को, पर न जाने क्यों दिल में आज कुछ और आता है, वक्त को रोकने को जी चाहता है। कहा करते थे बड़ी मुश्किल से 5 साल सह गए, पर न जाने क्यों आज लगता है वह दिन पीछे रह गए। कहीं अनकहीं हजारों बातें रह गई, न भूलने वाली कुछ यादें रह गई। Good afternoon to the dignitaries on the dais. Good afternoon to our distinguished chief guest, architect Abhay Purohit sir, President of Council of Architecture, Management of Marathwada Mitra Mandal, Principal and Faculty of Architecture College, our beloved parents, and my fellow graduates. Today is a momentous day in our lives as we are gathered here to celebrate culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and perseverance. It is an honor and a privilege to stand before you as a representative of our MMIED COA graduating class of 2022. And I am filled with both excitement and nostalgia as I reflect on the memories we have created together at this esteemed architecture college. Congratulations to the batch of 2022. We have made it through 2000 days of architecture college. I remember the days when one of the toughest decisions to make involved what outfit to wear on our cultural event to today sitting here all dressed up for our awaited convocation ceremony. Life progressed quite smoothly. Looking back into time, I remember a bunch of light-hearted teenagers carrying their astras, and by astras, I mean T-scale, set square, and a portfolio case. From countless late-night submissions to standing outside principal's cabin on slightest of inconvenience, from group discussions turning into gossips and ending up with laughter sessions, to sincerely doing our workshops to create masterpieces. From our 75% compulsory attendance phase to study tours, where study and fun went hand in hand. From doing our submission on 11th hour to running in the corridors before the submission rooms get shut, events to free time we spend near the dome, everything as an experience and memory is precious. We did experience cultural diversity within the class, and that's what made us unique as a batch and yet so special. As today is the day of thanking, so first and foremost, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our faculty members, whose guidance and wisdom have shaped us into the professionals that we are today. You have challenged us to think critically, to push our boundaries, and to constantly strive for excellence. One of the most important thank you to our parents and grandparents, whose unconditional love and support made us what we are today. Thank you for supporting our dreams and helping us to achieve them, only to sit in the crowd with tears and pride in their eyes as your son or daughter becomes an architect today. आज इथे सर्व विद्यार्थी आणि त्यांचे पालक उपस्थित आहेत आणि मी सर्वांना सांगू इच्छिते की तुमच्या सगळ्यांची मुलं क्लास बंक करून मूवी बघायला गेलेत किंवा फिरायला तर नक्कीच गेलेत, पण ही गोष्ट आजपर्यंत पालकापर्यंत पोहोचली नाही. त्यात आमच्या फॅकल्टीचा आभार आम्हाला सांभाळून घेतल्याबद्दल. तसंच सर्व पालकांचा आभार. इतक्या मोठ्या शहरात आम्हाला आमच्यावर विश्वास ठेवून एक अस्तित्व निर्माण करण्याची संधी आणि विश्वास दिला त्याबद्दल कितीही. We have learned to embrace failure as an opportunity for growth and have emerged as resilient and creative individual, ready to make our mark on the world. But our journey doesn't end here, it's only the beginning. Today, as we bid a farewell to our beloved institute, let us pledge to keep the values we learned and strive for betterment of society, and I am confident that each one of us will leave an indelible mark in the world of architecture. हरवलेले हे दिवस येतील का पुन्हा? जगलो आज आणि उद्या हाच दिवस जुना. नशिबांनी एकदा कुठेतरी भेटू, आठवणींना एकदा एकत्र मिळून वेचू. पण तेव्हा सर्व काही बदललेलं असेल. वाट ती कालची कुठेतरी मागे सुटेल. लांबपर्यंत त्या चालणाऱ्या गप्पा गोष्टी राहणार नाही. आठवणींचा हजारा मग त्या दिशेने वाहणार नाही. आज सोबत आहोत वाटेल तसं भेटून घ्या. आयुष्यभर पुरतील अशा आठवणी जपून घ्या. We have come a long way individually and as a batch, so saying a goodbye makes it the most difficult thing today. Let's keep the good memories with us for a lifetime and let this institute be the place we can always come back to. Thank you MMID. Thank you MMID, the faculty, the management for giving us everything we can cherish for a lifetime. More than just an institute, you were a home for us. With this note, I end my speech. Batch of 2017 to 22, signing off. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhargavi, for sharing those beautiful words with us. May I now request the Chief Guest to please address the gathering. Sir, may I please request you to address the gathering? Address the gathering. Yes.
Vande Mataram. SD Gange sir, BG Jadhav sir, Dr. Ujwala Khut Persule ma'am, Dr. Shubhangi Shiroe ma'am, Dr. Hemlata Budhwar ma'am, Professor Kanvinde, who was present but seems to be in absentia at this stage, Professor Girish Doshi, and also Vikas Achalkar, who was present then, the distinguished alumni, professors, faculty members, teaching, non-teaching staff, the graduating batch, and their proud parents. It gives me immense pleasure to be present for this graduation ceremony of the first batch of MMIED. And the first batch always has a greatest importance, and I think you understand that. Bhargavi had some time back put up her feelings in a fantastic fashion here, and I cannot more agree with the feelings which she has expressed. The first batch is always a very, very, very special batch. This is a batch which would be always remembered till the existence of the institution. And thereby there is also a responsibility. The type of the closeness which this batch has experienced with their faculty members, who not only taught them, but also worked as their seniors. Whenever any issues were there, I'm very, very sure that they were present there. They were the only ones to be approached, and they also has magnanimously accommodated you, not only as their students, but maybe as their younger brothers and sisters, and as the family members. This kind of a closeness could happen only with the first batch. You are the torch bearers of the institution. And that is the responsibility which you are going to carry out, whether you like it or not, throughout your life. Your institution actually would be known by your performance. I'm not talking about the excellence per se, but the way you conduct yourself, the way you deal with the people in the society, and that always would have that signature of the institution. Henceafter, whatever you do in your life, institution is actually genetically associated with you, and that needs to be kept in the mind. Also, there are the proud parents and possibly grandparents in the audience, and let us all give a big loud of applause to them. They have accommodated you in the various craziest fashions. Because we all know now that after starting the journey in architecture, there are these chemical changes which starts happening in the brain. And these chemical changes, and that happens invariably everywhere across the world. And when this starts happening around as such, those who are near and dear to you, they start realizing that something is changing. And they try to figure it out, that whatever is changing, whether good or so, and they try to figure it out. Because there are these lot of, those who are staying at a home as such, there will be a lot of models and lot of, things happening around, burning the oil in the midnight and beyond that. And this was not very, very usual. Also, sometimes that kind of erratic behavior happen, late nights, early mornings, after spending night, going to maybe a tea stall, having jalebi. I don't know what do you do in Pune, but in Nagpur as such, they used to have in the early morning as such, tarri poha and, jalebi. And the reason which was given was that, acidity pe control hota hai. No, so there may be some other reasons happening here. And after that, as such, going to college, giving the submissions, listening to the faculty members, and they may be satisfied, then you are going to have a peaceful sleep. If they are not satisfied with your work, it's another series of sleepless nights which are going to come your way. I must congratulate you for going through this 5 years of a very tough program. Architecture is one of the toughest and intense programs which any student could have. So let us put our hands together for ourselves for actually successfully completing this program, which is a very intense, but at the same point of time also which actually tests your limits in many aspects. Sometimes it is a physical limit, sometimes it is a mental limit, sometimes it is also the emotional limit. And we all have gone through that. So big, loud applause for you. Now that you have graduated, and soon you would be figuring it out, if you have not figured it out up till now, as to how are you going to travel on your path of future. And I'm sure whether you enter into a hardcore practice, or you intend to be in the allied field, or you also even intend to diversify. I don't know whether you have taken that kind of a decision, but well, in either of these three cases, your learnings in the architecture would always be there, and believe me, this actually has given you an edge over others. The reason being, architects are capable of balancedly using their left and right brain. And this is very, very rare phenomenon. We are capable of rationalizing the things. At the same point of time, we are extremely creative and we are capable of dreaming, and sometimes the things which are not possible, that also we dream, and we try to also achieve that impossible. And this sort of a creative abilities which we have inculcated over a time span of 5 years is like a meditation. In whatever format you call it. Meditation is not a religious term. Meditation is basically a state of mind which you are capable of consciously achieving. And this is indeed a meditation. Architecture is a meditation, because what happens in the meditation is that you are supposed to have a comprehensive understanding about the things. You are also has the ability to actually lift yourself above and look at it from the third person's point of view. And that is what you have learned over a time. This is very unique program. This is going to help you out throughout your life. So I actually started realizing of late that architecture itself is a religion. And by religion, I mean it is a way of leading life. And this is going to continue with you. Use that. Use that to the advantage of the society. Use that to the advantage of your family. Use that to the advantage of yourself. You have chosen a profession, and I keep on telling that since it is a way of life, there is no question as to when you are going to retire. Architects do not retire. And I know the cases whereupon till the age of 90, 92, till last day as such, people kept on practicing architecture. And that's the beauty of it. You have acquired tremendous patience. You have the skills whereupon you can absorb the sort of the critical remarks given by the people. Specifically, that would have happened with the juries which you have faced, and whereupon you felt that something is absolutely very, very nice as such, and then a person like Professor Purohit comes and starts acting as a spoil sport and starts telling you that whatever you have done is not really adequate enough. And that kind of a frustration is generated, and you start actually, and you said gossips, yeah. You start saying that like, what is this? Why this person is, talking like that? And I have really worked. We have understood. In order to achieve that balance as such, because architecture is a public art. So it is not a question, I mean, I cannot have a liberty as an artist, whereupon I create something, and I say that, chalta hai to chalne de, nahi to rehne de. I mean, like I have done it. You like it? Fine, take it. Don't like it? Leave it. And I'm not worried about you. And this kind of a position and the liberty, I would say, is a liberty, of course, that when you start living in your own terms, I start saying that, मैं तो ऐसा ही हूँ. आपको चलता है तो अच्छी बात है, नहीं चलता है तो रहने दो. This we unfortunately cannot afford, because it is a public art. We are accountable. We are responsible. We are accountable to the society. We are responsible for the nation building, or wherever you are going as such, community building. We are basically working for the humanity. And this has to be understood. And that's why we talk about sustainability. We talk about reusing the scenarios. We talk about conservation of resources. So to my mind, and I keep on telling this, that if at all I have to practice, I have to be socially relevant. I cannot afford to take a stand whereupon I say that, ye to mera style hai. This doesn't happen that way around. I have to be accountable. And if I am accountable, and that accountability comes at various levels. For example, as keep on telling my students, as an architect, I cannot afford to discriminate. Caste, creed, religion, ladies, gents, others, poor, not so poor, middle class, rich, super rich. I just can't afford to discriminate. And that's the best thing to happen. At the same point of time, I also as an architect has to acknowledge the diversity. I have to understand that someone has that kind of a way of thinking, and as an architect, when I'm giving a professional solution as such, I should also understand that what is the thought process which goes towards that. So I keep on actually matching or wearing the shoes of my client. I am responsible for the resources which my client has. And I cannot say, itna rich hai, thoda paisa kharcha hua to kya? Because for everyone, that is that sort of a thing which keeps on happening. So everyone wants to, be very, very rational about spending. And that is our responsibility. So at the scale of it as such, I may have a client who doesn't earn practically anything. Or I may have a very, very super rich client who can afford anything possible, including moon. And I should be fair to both the ends. And in that sense, you are a philosopher. Another thing, please remember, we are entering into a profession. We are not really here to earn the money. I'm not saying that money should not be coming to you. What all I'm trying to tell you is that in any profession, the money is a byproduct and not the goal. The money keeps on happening around. Any profession is capable of giving you, any profession for that matter, is capable of giving you a satisfaction of serving the society. May it be doctors, may it be lawyers, may it be chartered accountants, and more so, may it be the architects. Today's scenario is such, and the surveys, they tell me that in India, architectural services are affordable to only 5% of the population. And 95% population doesn't have access to these services. Whose fault? Needs to be seen. Why have we created a sort of an impression whereupon we say that we could be afforded only by those who are rich? And that's not so. If we are there to improve upon the quality of the life, and if we are there to serve the society, then for us, those who cannot afford but need our services, we should be capable of even approaching them and trying to provide the services to them. This would happen. This would come as a part of the satisfaction. And you may be satisfied with designing only 250 square feet of a small house for that client who may not be capable of paying me well, but who would always remember me throughout his life saying that such and such architect actually has worked very, very closely with me, and my residence has been designed by him, which has given me so much of the advantage in terms of the cost cutting, in terms of the functional aspects, in terms of maintenance-free building, and so on and so forth. We are at a crossroad. There are the advantages and the contradictions. Advantage to this generation is that, as it has been mentioned, India is into Amrutkal. Target 2035, we are going to be the biggest exporters of our services. Biggest exporters of our services. I'm glad to say that architectural services have been recognized by Government of India as one of the thrust areas whereupon the export should happen. And what it means is that the state, not much, state is like a government, state has recognized that this is one field which has to be developed. And this, if you look at it, and 2035, though today it seems that, like it is another maybe 12 years down the line, for your generation as such, this 12 years is nothing, because what is going to happen is that your graph is going to climb. There are the opportunities which are going to come your way, which you would have not expected, which you would have not anticipated. Those opportunities would come. The question is, are we equipped to take advantage of those opportunities? And I can absolutely anticipate and visualize that there is this architect sitting at Pune, dealing the projects across the world. The practices are going to change. The practices are becoming more multidisciplinary. I should also recognize the other professionals who are going to get associated with me. We should understand that who is capable of delivering what, to what extent can we go, and how are we capable of partnering with each other so that we are capable of together enriching the entire living experience on this planet which is known as Earth. So start thinking in that line. Always think big. Think big. Don't get restricted by the sort of resources which presently you think are with you. It's a question of what is it which you are aiming at. And then, are you consistent in pursuing your dream? That starts mattering much. You would experiment, you would collaborate, you would have your own success stories, and you also would have your own share of failures. Failures, to my mind, is not something which is unpleasant to happen. It would be unpleasant if I take it emotionally. If I rationally take it as such, failure is basically the chance that I'm going to succeed tomorrow, because I have gone through the experience and I understand what has happened, and I'm not going to repeat that mistake time and again. Learn from the mistakes, because that would enrich you. And I know, this happens basically in the industries and what they call as the startups, that once, twice, thrice, people try, people climb, and it's like, snake and ladder. Sometimes they have to come down again. But one who comes down doesn't stop playing the game. Of course, snake and ladder is actually, all the game of probability. In architecture, we are not talking about a game of probability. What we are talking about is that we are taking the informed decisions. So do that. And this, do it with the full integrity. There are shortcuts, right? There are a lot of shortcuts, and we see the shortcuts available around here and there. Shortcuts may at some point of time give you the short-term benefits. Shortcuts may give short-term benefits. For having your prestige, for having the recognition, it is absolutely necessary that your integrity should be intact. Exercise that integrity, and you would find out that world would start respecting you. You may have the opponents, but opponents also would respect you, because when it comes to integrity, they would say that, yeah, but that guy is like this, but at the same point of time, you know, his integrity is beyond a doubt. Whom would you prefer? A person with a sweet talk, but doesn't have integrity? A person who doesn't make a big talk? Sometimes you feel that the decisions which is taking are actually opposite to my interest, but at the same point of time, that person has the integrity. I would select that kind of opponent who will be very straightforward, who has integrity. Maintain that integrity, maintain that value. Approach the things with the humanity. As I have the feelings, others also have feelings. I'm very sure that you all are going to go a long way. You all are actually going to write your own success stories. The success stories which you are going to write as such, the institution would be eagerly waiting to listen to those success stories. There are few success stories which we have seen in the first session. There's the alumni, and they have achieved, and that's a great thing to happen. And so, this is going to be that alumni which will be appreciated most by the institution. Never forget the institution. Wherever you go up as such, always remember that institution actually has given you those tools to succeed. And so it becomes my responsibility also to go back to the institution. Wherever I achieve something as such, I am there to share my experiences, knowledge, and support wherever possible. Support is not only in the monetary terms. Support is also in terms of maybe providing some work, being active for the institution, maybe organizing certain events, maybe going to the institution and delivering few talks, maybe just, keeping that in touch with your junior batches as such and doing the hand-holding, because that is your responsibility. You are the first batch. So it's always better that, those who are into the fourth year as such, you again go back to them and ask them that, oh, so now do you want some help from me? Do you want, shall I make certain concepts clear? And so on and so forth. Have that kind of a link. My best wishes are with you, with the institution, with the management. They are doing a lot of good work for also the socially down people, those who need the help as such. That help also is being extended by the management. And make yourself, your family, your parents, your neighbors, your city, your state, your nation, the entire globe proud of you being a very, very upright person. All the very best. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
Thank you so much, sir. That was indeed very, very enlightening. I now request our head of department, Architect Himata Budwar ma'am, to please come and give the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon to the respected dignitaries present here today, principals, faculty members, parents, and my dear students. On behalf of MMCOA and MMIED's College of Architecture today, we gather here to express our gratitude and extend a heartfelt vote of thanks for your presence at the grand occasion of MMCOA's graduation ceremony, publication launch, and also MMIED's Convocation Ceremony and the magazine launch, which actually has marked the beginning of a new chapter. I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Professor Architect Purohit sir for taking out so much time out of his busy schedule and gracing today's event. Thank you so much, sir. I would also like to take this opportunity to express our gratitude towards Council Representative Architect Pushkar Kanvide sir, who was there in the morning, and Deshpande ma'am, who was supposed to attend this event. Unfortunately, due to some reason, she is not. Thank you so much. I want to acknowledge the constant support and encouragement that we continue to receive from our respected management committee members, Honorable Shivaji Rao Gange sir, President of Marathwada Mitra Mandal, Honorable Principal Bhausaheb Jadhav sir, Executive President of Marathwada Mitra Mandal, and other committee members who is directly or indirectly involved in helping the institutes grow over the years. We are so grateful to all of you, sir. A huge thank you to the principals of MMCOA and MMIED's College of Architecture, Dr. Ujwala Palsule ma'am and Dr. Shubhangi Shirole ma'am, for their guidance and support. A huge thanks also to the entire faculty team of MMCOA and MMIED's College of Architecture, who has worked so hard to make this event a grand success. A great thanks to all the guests who have been here and showed their presence on this event. A big thanks to our dearest alumni batch and their parents, family members who had traveled from really far off places to be here today. Thank you for your trust and support for all the years, and make sure to continue this support in the coming years too as an alumni. Last but not least, we would like to thank all the student volunteers and all the other guests who were directly or indirectly involved to make this event very successful. Once again, we thank you all for gracing us your presence today, and may the spirit of architecture continue to inspire us all. I would also like to announce that post-lunch today, we once again would be privileged to have Professor Architect Purohit sir to our exhibition, ArchX 2023, and I would request all of you to grace with your presence over there. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I would like to take this opportunity to thank ma'am as well for constantly supporting us and standing with us. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now request our Chief Guest, Professor Abhay Purohit sir, to please announce the ceremony as closed.
I declare that the convocation ceremony is closed.
Thank you, sir. I request everyone to please rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा चञ्चल जलधितरङ्गा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशिष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
Thank you everyone. You may all please be seated. We are moving on towards the last leg of the event, that is capturing the official photographs. I request the dignitaries on the dais to please join us on the stage. I request MMIED CEOs, faculty and staff members to please join us on the stage.